Hi everyone, Crystal Lynn here, Divine Empowerment Coach. This is the Self-Care Challenge. Today is day 2. For those of you who are new to me, I'm a Divine Empowerment Coach, right? I already said that. So I focus on empowering women to really release past pain and tune into love so they can attract their divine love. So if that feels like a good fit, reach out to me. So I'm so excited to get started with you guys for day 2. I'm curious how many of you guys tuned in for day 1 of the Self-Care Challenge and did the action item that I asked you to. And if you didn't catch day 1, I highly recommend it because I go over a lot of details about the challenge and a lot about me and so on and so forth, right? So day 1 has lots of juicy details in there, so I would go back and watch day 1 if you have not yet. And also, I want to remind you guys that I am giving away prizes for participation. So whether you comment on the business page or in the FFA private Facebook group underneath the video, I will look at total participation and give out prizes accordingly along the way of this challenge, since it's a 30-day challenge. So I just want to remind you guys to always comment the action item on underneath each video in order to qualify for that, right? So yesterday we talked all about gratitude and what are you grateful for, and the action item was to list 3 things that you are grateful for. And I know many of you did put that in the comments, but if you did not, I'm encouraging you to go ahead now and put 3 things that you are grateful for in the comments underneath the video. And then once we get into this one, you'll comment as well. But just want to encourage you all, right? Because this keeps you accountable. This keeps us supporting each other. And this keeps the energy and the focus and the intention of the group momentum going, right? It keeps us all in that self-love, self-care, energy, and vibration, right? I created this challenge because we really need a focused time for ourselves as women. We often put it off and put other things or people first, right? And we forget, or we just get so busy that we don't make the time for us, right? We don't make the time for the things that we should make time for, and we're just so busy going about our day and doing everything else, right? We forget to stop, to check, to tune in, to see how we're feeling, to see what we need, right? And speaking of that, that is the topic of today. Today's topic is meditation. So meditation is all about sitting still and just sitting still, right? Just being quiet, just being able to either, you could follow a guided meditation, right? Especially if you're new to it. You could also just sit still and tune in and see how your body's feeling, right? Breathing is a huge part of it, right? Taking deep breaths. But it really connects you to your inner self, to that intuition, right? A regular habit of meditating can reduce stress and anxiety, right? I know when I first started doing it, I was like, well, is it helping? And it's like, but yeah, I'm actually less stressed and less anxious, right, over certain things than I used to be when I started it. Now I've been doing it for a long time, right? So it's a little different. I do more than just meditation now. Sometimes I do other things. But I want to mention that if you're new to this, there are plenty of apps out there, right? And even if you're not new, maybe you're not new to it, but you're not making it a daily habit. You're not making it your focus, right? So there are a lot of apps out there that you can download that walk you through this, like for beginners too, right? It'll walk you through from the beginning. Some are free and some are paid, so look out for that and kind of play around and see which one is best for you. But honestly, you can even just YouTube beginner guided meditation and search like 10 minutes, you know, beginner guided meditation 10 minutes. Put that in the search bar and you can kind of flip around and see which ones you like best. Another important thing is, when are you going to do this? Like at what time of the day? Because you could do it in the morning, you could do it at lunchtime, you could do it before bed. I actually started doing it before bed. I'm one of those people who, when I lay down, my mind kind of runs. So I need to like read or meditate or do something to relax and then fall asleep. So I did definitely start doing this at bedtime. And yeah, so like I said, when I first started doing it with daily practice, I really could, at that time, I remember like I could just stop and take a few breaths. Like I think I was at like an amusement park with the kids, and they were both on a ride, so I was sitting on the bench, and I literally just stopped and took a few deep breaths and kind of centered and relaxed, right? So with daily practice, you can shift like that quickly when you're that tuned into it. It has so many benefits. I'm not going to go on and on here about the benefits, but if you don't meditate daily, I encourage you to start. And like I said, you could just do 10 minutes, right? You could even do 5 minutes. There are also visualization meditations that you could do more in the morning as well, that could be on different topics like money, for instance, right? Money meditations to attract money to you. You could Google something like that on YouTube, for example. So there are many different ways to get this habit in, and you make it insights, right? As you keep doing this, like, information downloads sort of that come to you with practice. And the other thing I want to mention about meditation is that it doesn't mean that you have no thoughts. I think that's one of the big misconceptions, right? That, oh, I'm not doing it right, especially when I first started, right? I was like, oh, I'm not doing it right. I don't know. My mind's still running and going crazy, right? But actually, it doesn't mean that you don't have thoughts. You're still going to have thoughts. You just kind of want to let them float by and not focus on them. Like, let the thought come up and then go. As the thought comes up, focus back on your breath. Let it drift by like a cloud, right? Something like that, where your attention isn't grabbing the thought, and then you're not completely out of the meditation. So you just kind of catch yourself as you have the thought, as your attention goes there, and then you kind of bring it back to the center, bring it back to your breath. So it's an ongoing process. I just wanted to say that for people who are new. Yes, it's very difficult not to have any thoughts, right? So I encourage you all to do a daily meditation, or at the very least, my goal for you all was to do each thing at least once, right? So at least do a meditation once, and let me know how it is for you, especially if it's your first time, or if you need to get back into the habit again. So your action item for today, to right underneath this video, would be that you are going to do a meditation, that you did a meditation, that you're going to get back to a daily meditation practice, that you're going to try one on YouTube, whatever that is for you, right? Write it down in the comments, what you are going to do, and hold yourself committed and accountable to. And then also, you can sign up for the challenge at crystalynperez.com/self-care in order to receive extra information about this challenge. So emails are sent out with more information on each topic. And I think that's all I have for you guys today. So just know that I will be here on my business page every day at 6 p.m. or post a video at 6 p.m. And then I put it into the private FFA group, From Feminine Focus into Action. So you can comment in either place. So hold yourself accountable and be eligible for the prizes and things like that. How many of you guys feel like super excited just to do this, just to show up here at this time, whether it's live or the replay? Don't forget to comment if you're watching the replay and let me know you're here. But how many of you are just so excited to have this space, to have this time, to have this focus on you instead of like a million things focused on everything else, right? So let me know if you're super excited for that. And I appreciate you all being here with me, whether you are live or the replay. And if you end up watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And I hope you all have an amazing day.